A couple of days ago, I made a post about being unbothered, but I want to clarify. The devil utilizes exterior things and exterior, people that really don't have a stake or an investment in who you are, who you're going to be. He'll use those type of people to bother you. He'll use situations that you can't change, that you can't do anything about. He'll use those things to bother you. Those are the things that you have to kind of brush off and just say, I'm unbothered. But there are some things that should bother you. If you look at your life and you're not where you're supposed to be, if you know that the things that you've been doing, they don't line up with your destiny, or you've been putting things off, or you haven't been as committed to things as you should be. If you can look back over your life and you can say, I have not prayed all week. I'm doing things and I have no idea what the Lord thinks about it because I have not talked to him. Those things should bother you if you know that your connection to God is off. There are things that should bother you. If certain things don't bother you, that should be a problem. If you fall and you don't feel any pain, but you can't move, if you have a severe accident and you don't feel any pain, you're in trouble. That's a problem. Pain is evidence of life, okay? You have an accident and you hurt your arm. You want to feel pain because that means that you still have nerves, and your nerves make it possible for you to do this, for you to move. Well, if you don't have the nerve, you're not going to be able to utilize what you've been given. Same thing works with life, man. If you can look at your life and it don't bother you that you ain't where you're supposed to be, you really need to pray, because that means that there's an internal spirit, that's off, or that it's left and you didn't even realize it left. Samson and Delilah. The Bible says that Delilah worried Samson to death. He should have put himself in a position where he was unbothered by Delilah, but he couldn't do it. He allowed her to bother him to death. You can't just continue to allow things that hurt you, hurt your destiny, hurt who you are as a person to just slide by. You got to address it. Samson didn't. He just kept on letting it slide until he got so sick of her that he told her the truth. Samson is known for strength, but the big question was always, what makes him so strong? But when you think of Samson, you think of somebody with big rippling muscles and this big old individual. Well, if that was the case, we wouldn't have never had to ask, what made you so strong? We could look at you and see it. The reason why they kept having to ask has to be because when they looked at him, they didn't see the strength that he possessed on the inside. Same thing with you, same thing with me. I got something on the inside. You got something on the inside that folks just can't see. So I told her, it's my hair. It grows from the inside, shows up on the outside. She cut it off. He got up and ran after his enemies. And hear this, he didn't even recognize that the spirit of God that was on him was no longer on him. The spirit that provided that strength, it was gone, and he didn't even notice it. It didn't bother him not to have the spirit, and they captured him. Being unbothered is cool when it's about external things, but when something on the inside of you ain't right, you are in a position or playing with a position like Samson, to where all you got to do is make one wrong decision and the enemy can capture you and put you in a place where you never should be. Pray today and ask God to bring your nerves back. Lord, help me feel again. I don't want to be walking around here knowing I'm supposed to be doing things greater, but I don't even feel it. God's got greater for me. God's got more. And it bothers me when things that should be right aren't right.